Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our 2020 homecoming court, beginning with our freshman homecoming attendants. Grace Harmon and Cody Biddle. Your sophomore attendants, Kirsten Carr and Cole Roush. Your junior attendants, Reese Paul and Cameron Brody. I want to take a moment to recognize all of our senior athletes, band members, and vocalists for all the hard work they put into their final year. Today we'll be hearing from 6 seniors who are speaking on why they deserve to be your homecoming king and queen for this year. Friday, you will cast your vote using your Lakota Google account during 5B. First up to speak, we have one of the 3 homecoming queen candidates. Let's have a round of applause for Lauren Teal.
Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Teal. That's Lauren with a YN instead of an EN for those who struggle to spell it. I know it's a bit confusing. I'm going to try my best to keep this speech short, sweet, fast, and a little bit funny, just like me. Let me start by thanking the 2021 class for voting me onto the homecoming court. It means so much. I love all of you guys. Although there is no denying that this homecoming will be way different than anything in the past, I believe that we will still make the most with what we can do. I would also like to thank all the teachers and staff who are trying their best to make this year as normal as possible. We appreciate it more than you know. We couldn't ask for a better group of people to take care of us and our school. Not only the teachers and staff, but all of the students. Thank you all for wearing masks and taking care of yourselves so that we can have a normal school year and all of our sports seasons. As a senior, I can say that having a sports season means the absolute world to me and my fellow seniors. And when I'm on the volleyball court or at a football game, I see clusters of barely visible faces in the stands and bleachers. I see our Lakota families and friends who are willing to mask up so they can show up and support and encourage more than ever. I'm excited to see how our Raider families, fans, and staffs will come together Friday to cheer on our boys as they do work out there. Seeing everyone so strong and showing Raider pride makes this year even more of an honor to be a representative for the class of 2021. Once again, I am very thankful for this opportunity, and freshman me would have never seen myself here. Since I'm not very good at giving speeches or doing math, I can guarantee that I would be great at being your 2020 homecoming queen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Next up, we will have a gentleman in the running for homecoming king. Sorry. Put your hands together for Cody Roush.
Good afternoon, Lakota High School. In case you don't know me or you don't recognize me without my mask, I'm Cody Roush. I would like to start off by thanking my senior class for electing me to homecoming court this year. It's truly an honor to be standing up here representing my class today. I'd also like to thank Student Council for all the hard work they're doing on this homecoming through these uncertain and difficult times. To start off, to the freshmen, I could never imagine starting high school during a worldwide pandemic. Hats off to you all. Even though this year may have unexpected twists and turns, just remember to grab what you can and have a great time and make the most of it. To the sophomores, just when you thought you had it all figured out, the coronavirus really said, psych! Even though this year may be different than the last one, take what you know and just go with what you got. To the juniors, I have to say junior year was the best year of high school for me so far. You get to start driving and you get to hang out with all your friends more. Just remember now to socially distance. Anyway, enjoy your last year being able to say, I don't know, when someone asks what you want to do after high school. To my fellow seniors, this is it. The senioritis is starting to kick in, and we have to keep moving with what little motivation we still got. I'm proud to call all of you my classmates, and I hope to have a fantastic last year of high school with you all. To all the Lakota staff, a huge thank you goes out to all of you. You are all working endlessly, not only to make us better students, but better people. It's hard for me to find the words to let you all know just how much we appreciate you. Thank you. Next, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our fall sports. I'm going to begin with our football team, and all I can say to you guys is, wow. You guys are practicing your butts off every day, and trust me, it has not gone unnoticed. You all are having a fantastic season so far this year, and I hope to see you guys go far, because you've earned it. It is great to get to watch you guys play this year, and I'm sure I can speak on behalf of the school when I say we are proud of you guys. You guys allow us to have a great time while we watch you play and give us an excuse to be obnoxious by shouting into a megaphone at your games. Kendra, keep up the hard work. I know you will go far. To my cross-country team, I cannot put into words how much you all mean to me. I have made so many memories with you all, and we have gone through so much together, and we are still working as hard as we can each and every day. I consider you all of you family to me. If we keep working hard like we are doing, I know we will go far this year. We already are having a great season. I will see you all at practice tonight, and good luck with mile repeats. To the cheerleaders, I cannot believe how much your program has grown. It's awesome to see all of you out working hard each and every day. I hope to see you all win competitions, make it to state again this year, and bring home more trophies. Keep up the great work. To the volleyball players, Carly and Cassidy tell me about all the difficult work you do each and every day. You girls are also having a fantastic season this year, and it is great to see. I hope to see all of you get more wins throughout this season and make it far. Keep working hard, and I assure you it will happen. To the golf team. For those of you who do not know, my brother Cole is on the golf team. Every night after practice or after a golf meet, he talks about everything he did and how he did at golf. From what I hear, golfing is an intense sport, and just like every fall sport athlete at Lakota, you go out and give it all you got. I hope you all have a great season this year. Last but not least, to the band. For those of you who don't know, I was in band my 8th grade year. I have experienced some of the difficult work you do preparing for halftime shows and pregame. I still have nightmares about those dreaded pinwheel turns. A lot goes into it, to say the least. I'm sure that I can speak on behalf of the school when I say we love watching and listening to you all play and appreciate all the school spirit you bring wherever you go. Keep up the great work. You all are awesome. I've been a Lakota student since I was in kindergarten, and I've made so many memories with many of you here. One example that comes to mind is when I was at Gavin's house hanging out with some of our friends. The fire started to die out, so Gavin decided to add a little gasoline to bring it back to life. Well, let's just say the fire came back to life, except it came back to life in the yard. Don't worry, though. After a little bit of panicking, we got it out. Another memory that comes to my mind is when Kendra was, well, just being a good old exciting Kendra, if you know what I mean. The reason I bring up these memories is because making and sharing memories is a big part of homecoming, especially as alumni and students gather together for a celebration of our school. We get to make memories with our peers that we may never forget, while Lakota alumni get to recall old ones. I say this with all seriousness, do not wish your high school life away, because we never get this life back once it has passed. This year's homecoming will be completely different than any other homecoming Lakota has had in the past. It will certainly be one that we remember. There is not much we can do due to all the COVID-19 restrictions, and it honestly stinks. But through everything that is going on in our world today, it is important to look on the bright side, to look at what we are allowed to do during these times. We all need to try and make the best of the situation at hand. I believe I can say for all of us that no one wants to look back on their high school years not making any great memories. Let's do what we can this homecoming, this fall, and this school year to make as many great memories as we can. COVID-19 is not going to cancel some of the best years of our lives. With all of this in mind, I ask you to help me create an amazing memory of representing our school. Please vote Cody Roush as your 2020 Lakota High School Homecoming King this Friday. God bless you, and thank you all.
Thanks, Cody. Up next, we'll be hearing from our next Queen candidate, Raquel Kirian.
Hi, I'm Raquel. I didn't really know what to say, so vote for me for homecoming queen if you would like.
Thank you, Raquel. Up next, we will have our next nominee for this year's Homecoming King. Everybody please join me in welcoming to the stage Ethan Klotz.
All right, I know most of you are hoping we take a lot of time with these speeches so you can miss as much as fifth period as possible. So if I start to stutter or mess up, it's not because I'm nervous or even bad at public speaking. It's because I'm trying to waste as much time for you guys. For you guys that don't know me, I'm Ethan Klotz, and Lakota has been my home since I was 5 years old. And these past 12 years have been great. I'm on the cross-country, basketball, and track teams. I'm also a member of Student Council, National Honor Society, and FFA here at Lakota. Being involved has really helped me make the most out of my high school experience. I'm going to do the cliche part of homecoming speeches where people give each class a little piece of advice. Freshmen, and you have probably heard this before, and will probably hear it hundreds of times before you graduate, but enjoy high school, because it goes by real fast. It feels like it wasn't that long ago when I was a freshman listening to Josh Randolph, Caleb Chaffin, and Jordan White give their nomination speeches and telling me the exact same thing that I'm telling you guys. Now I'm up here doing the exact same thing, and trust me, I wish I would have listened to them more. Sophomores, well, for some reason, sophomore year was just not my favorite. I don't know why, but it wasn't. So as long as you get through this year, it only gets better. Juniors, next year, you guys are going to be the leaders of the school, and you are the ones that the little kids here will look up to. It's a pretty big task, but I know you guys will be able to do it. That leaves me with us seniors. In less than 9 months, we will no longer be Lakota students, but alumni of Lakota High School. I think it's crazy how fast this time has flew by, and I've enjoyed these past years with you guys. And I'd like to thank all you guys for nominating me for homecoming court. And all you underclassmen, so you freshmen through juniors, just be glad that we're graduating this year so you guys finally have a chance with homecoming and reindeer games. Speaking of games, there's a pretty big football game coming up this Friday. All of you football guys, and this is just my opinion, but I believe this is your biggest football game of your high school career. If you guys get this win, you'll be one step closer to earning the first league title here in 41 years. Usually, when teams have to play Calvert, I think they go into that game feeling a little scared. But this week, it's Calvert's turn to be scared. Go get win number 4. Also, a shout out to all the band and cheerleaders for always pumping up the crowd and keeping the energy up at the games. Sometimes I wish I could teleport back to 5th grade and convince 10-year-old me to be a percussionist, but we all can't be cool like Gavin. For the golf team, you guys are competing for another league title this year. If you guys can get it this year, that will be the 3rd time in the past 4 years. And you guys are probably glad I'm not on the team this year because you don't have to deal with my really high scores. If anybody wants to know how bad it was, let's just say one time last year I think I had a 74 for 9 holes. That's what Kylie shoots for 18 holes. Now I'd like to talk about the volleyball team. You guys had an amazing start to this season, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes. I know you guys have had a few tough losses lately, but I know you guys will be able to bounce back. And if there was a men's volleyball team at our school, there's no way I'd ever pick up a golf club or be running for fun. And finally, I saved the best for last, the Lakota cross-country team. I always used to make fun of you guys for running for fun, and I thought you guys were crazy, but now I'm one of you. I'm surprised how much fun I'm having this year, and I'm excited to work hard so we can hopefully make it to state. Finally, I'd like to thank all staff members. These past 6 to 7 months have been real hard for everyone, but it's been especially hard for you teachers. Their work usually goes unnoticed, so if you guys get a chance, a quick thank you to them would go a long way. To wrap things up, as I would greatly appreciate all your guys' votes, I know that Gavin and Cody are also very deserving of being your 2020 Homecoming King. Thank you. I'm Ethan Klotz, and I approve this message.
Thanks a lot, Ethan. Kendra Mcdole is our next candidate to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Kendra.
All right. Hello, everyone. All right, before I start, I first want to thank my class. I'm so honored and flattered you guys voted for me. All right, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. Here are some things I have learned throughout my high school journey. Everyone knows that getting good grades and keeping up with your schoolwork is important, so do that. Slacking off at the beginning of high school will affect you in the long run. So underclassmen, make sure you keep up on your schoolwork. Remember to have fun. Yes, grades are important and tests and all that, but don't forget to have fun. My mom always told me all good things must come to an end. Now, whether you think high school is good or not is for you to decide, but for the most part, it's been good. As much as most of us hate school, for us seniors, it's coming to an end soon, and we have to face that reality. You know, all this is comfortable for us. Coming to school, doing our extracurricular activities, whether it's a sport, band, or a club, or even just hanging out with our friends, that's all inevitably going to end. You are only a teenager once, so live it up. I'm not saying go and do illegal things. Well, maybe. No, I'm totally kidding, but be sure to live these years up, you guys. Don't sweat the small stuff. If it won't matter in 5 years from now, then don't stress over it. All right. I know you hear from everybody that high school goes by fast, so enjoy it while you have it. High school literally does fly by so unbelievably fast. I didn't believe it until I experienced it firsthand. It feels like it was literally just yesterday I was a little freshman trying to prove myself on the volleyball team and walking through the halls looking up at the upperclassmen wondering what it would be like to be them. We are those upperclassmen now. It really honestly doesn't even feel real. A funny story about volleyball, actually. My freshman year, I still haven't lived this one down yet. Our coaches loved to make us have races to see who could get the net down the quickest. And of course, it was JV against varsity because we had 2 nets. And guess who was in charge of taking the net? Me. And if you know how to fold up a volleyball net, you know that the strings that tie on the sides, they hang down. Well, me being the intelligent person I am, I ran with the net. Let's just say my feet got a little bit tangled up and I completely wiped out. We laughed so hard about that. I still haven't lived it down. I also often am the one getting hit in the head with a volleyball or even a basketball at that. That's happened a few too many times also. Somehow it always finds a way to my head. Those are the kind of funny memories I will remember, even if they hurt a little. There was also a time my sophomore year I could not stop talking in a British accent, and I still do it. I think I've become pretty good at it from doing it so much. My coach at one point literally had to tell me to stop because it was like it was becoming a part of me. I could not stop doing it. Don't worry, I won't break out into it right now. I don't like to take too much seriously, only when needed. I'm a pretty goofy person. You gotta have fun with high school or you'll just be miserable. Trust me, I've been miserable enough just like you. We as seniors have to decide what school to attend if that's the path we choose. We have to make some of the biggest decisions of our lives right now. Granted, I haven't made any of mine. You know, since this whole quarantine happened, I have become the worst procrastinator. And if you know me, you know I just like to get my things done so I don't have to worry about it anymore, which is a great mindset to have, by the way. I've had it all the way up until now, and it's worked great. Somehow I'll fix it, maybe, but this stuff is scary, no doubt about it. You are choosing what you are going to do for the rest of your life, and you have to figure it out soon. There's a lot ahead for us right now. Another thing I want to say is to be yourself. I know it seems like it matters what everyone thinks, but it really doesn't. I, too, have found myself trying to fit in and make people like me, and I also know it's easier said than done to not care what people think. I've learned that it truly doesn't matter. Nobody is going to care about any of this years from now. It won't matter, so don't be afraid to express yourself, even if it's not what others approve of. I've always been the type of person to try to stand up for others, and you should too. Bullying others isn't funny or trendy, so don't do it just because your friends are. You don't know what that kid may have going on in their life, so be kind to everyone. Everyone goes through tough times, whether you admit it or not, so try to be there for someone. My mom preached to me growing up to treat others how you would want to be treated, and I'm sure you've all heard that saying before. She always told me to be nice to everyone, and I try to live by that. But with that being said, make sure you stick up for yourself. Don't let people walk all over you no matter what age. Even as a little freshman, I didn't care if you were a senior, you were not going to talk to me badly or bully me. You only have yourself at the end of the day, so try to be a better person today than you were yesterday. I think those are some great things to live by. I've learned some great lessons through athletics also. I've learned to never quit and never be satisfied. That goes along with not just sports, but life too. You can choose to let things defeat you, or you can keep getting back up and fighting no matter what is thrown at you. I always told myself when I was going through something that others have a lot worse things going on than you do, so just be grateful. And that is definitely true, and I am so grateful for everything that I have and am able to do, and I always will be. But be sure to not make nothing of your problems. Everyone struggles, and that's okay. It doesn't matter if your problem is big or small, it matters. You are not alone, even if it feels like it. I was also taught to put your heart into everything. Give it everything you got. That is also something that you can use later in life too, whether it's with a relationship, job, or really anything. If you give something everything you got, then that is good enough. Sports has also given me a great work ethic. I will forever be grateful for the opportunities that I have been given. I know this year has been my favorite year by far playing volleyball. I absolutely love my team. You guys are great. I'm so happy I get to enjoy my last year. The feeling I get when I'm on the court with my team is so exciting and exhilarating, and that will be what I miss the most. Shout out to all the student athletes, band, and even the ones who don't play sports, because we all have put in a lot of work, whether it was academically or athletically, and I think we're going places this year. I can feel it in my bones. This year is just different. All of our hard work is going to pay off. With all that being said and everything going on, let's keep making the best of this year. Oh, and my sister Riley, she loves her dad jokes, so I figured I'd throw one in here for you guys. But before I do that, I want to say thank you guys again, and thank you to all the staff that put this together and tried to make it as normal as possible. All right, are you guys ready for the joke? Okay, here it is. What did the receivers say to the football? Stay with me here. Catch you later. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Kendra. All right, we have our final candidate speaking next. Last but certainly not least, let's give it up for Gavin Diamato.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you don't know who I am already, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gavin Diamato. Some of you may know me as Gavino, but most of you just know me as that kid with the long last name nobody can say, or one of the few gingers walking down the hallway, or best of all, you may think I look like the chef from Ratatouille, aka Linguini. I know homecoming speeches can drag, so I'm going to try to keep this as interesting as possible for you guys, and I'll try to keep it short, but the longer I talk, the less you guys got to do work. I'd like to start off by thanking the class of 2021 for voting me onto court for the second year in a row. You guys are the best, and it's an honor to get to represent our class again. I'd also like to thank all of the staff in the building for making Lakota a great place to be. The school year has been a little different, and I appreciate all the staff for trying to make this school year as normal as possible. 2020 has been a hectic year and has affected all of us in a different way. As a senior, I went all summer wondering what my senior year was going to be like. One of the most important things for me personally was having my senior year of fall sports, and I know all the other athletes felt the same way. Even though we had the feeling of uncertainty all summer long, not knowing what our seasons were going to look like, or if they were going to happen, everyone fought through the noise and continued to work hard all summer. I'd like to give a shout out to those kids. The volleyball team is 5-4, and the games are more interesting than they've ever been in my years of high school. The golf team has gone for their third league championship in the last 4 years, and my classmate, Kylie Dahl, has gone for her three-peat at state, which has never been done before in the history of Ohio. The football team is 3-0, and you guys are killing it. The cheer squad seems that it's doubled in numbers and is louder than ever. And cross country. I've been running cross country for 7 years. That's 7 years of putting myself willingly through pain every day after school, and I love it. All of the miles and Saturday mornings can't beat out all of the memories I have made with this program, and so far we are off to a great season. Even though this one might not be a sport, I can't forget about the band. Going to football games for free every year since 8th grade may be one of the only reasons why I haven't quit band yet, but you guys put in a lot of work. What you do, you guys keep the spirit rolling in this building, and I'm glad I've gotten to end my school days off with you guys for so many years. And to Mrs. Brower, thank you for dealing with me since the 5th grade. You're probably the only one in this building that could have done it. When it comes to high school, it flies by. Seriously, I never believed the kids that would say that during their homecoming speeches over the years. But trust me, you'll be graduating sooner than you know it. I remember getting yelled at by Mrs. Bentzman every day my freshman year like it was yesterday. I'm probably not the guy you want to go to for tips, but when it comes to high school, there's just one piece of advice I can give to all of you. Live it up. It's a lot of fun. Make high school the best 4 years of your life. Things are a little different this year, but don't hold back from having fun. Dress up on dress-up days, join a sport or activity you've always wanted to try, enjoy the times you get with your friends at lunch every day, and go to the games and be a part of the student section. Yeah, school can suck sometimes, but appreciate all the things school brings because like we saw last year, even though quarantine was pretty nice, it can get taken away from us at any time. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Lastly, homecoming is a lot different this year, and I'd like to congratulate everyone else on the 2020 homecoming court, and I would greatly appreciate your vote for homecoming king. Have a great rest of your day, and go Raiders. Raise up.
Thanks to everyone for your attention this afternoon. The fate of these 6 individuals is in your hands. Please don't forget to vote during 5th period Friday with your Lakota Google account for who you want to see as your 2020 homecoming king and queen. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.